It's definitely the same reason why people get into BDSM, for that brain chemical every time they feel pain. Shrine Anchorites, the walking cathedrals of war, Trenchcrusade. I honestly saw this unit first because of this. I'm not really sure if you can see it, but check this out, right? Apparently, this trench pilgrim is a volunteer, and check this out. He volunteered to be there, and as far as gameplay goes, apparently you can sacrifice a unit to chain to this breaking wheel, and apparently it's some sort of a blessing, or it gives up a buff or something. Anyways, you can definitely see the inspiration from the 40k dreadnought, so why don't we go ahead and see what's the Anchorite dreadnought is all about.
From the cauldron of a dying world, where faith is both salvation and damnation, arise
Shrine Anchorites, the cavalcade of the 10th plague. Plague? Anyways.
the shrine, Anchorites. They are not mere war machines, but towering effigies of suffering, mobile cathedrals forged in the heart of madness. Imagine
So they're war machines. All right. Because on the some of the first depictions of the shrine anchorites, I thought they were like towering behemoths or something. But apparently I guess they're the equivalent of the robot equivalent of space marines in terms of height, 8 to 10 feet, because apparently according to this particular depiction or this particular picture, these are average people walking behind the anchorite, or they're pilgrims walking behind this particular anchorite. So they should be of normal height. So this would make the anchorite about what, 10 to 15 feet or something?
behemoths of iron and rust, standing 12 to 15 feet tall.
Okay, 12 to 15
Their
feet.
forms a grotesque fusion of the sacred and the profane. Their armor, thick and scarred,
Sacred and
is all but impervious to the crude weaponry of man and the rending claws of the abyss. Within their iron bellies, a massive diesel engine churns endlessly.
Okay.
A mechanical heart that pulses with a dark,
So it's of a diesel punk inspiration.
unholy energy. The air around them crackles with heat, and the stench of burning oil, mingling with the mournful, distorted hymns that blare from crude, trumpet-like megaphones, prayers twisted into weapons of war. The pilot, a monk or nun,
How do you twist a prayer into a weapon of war?
consumed by fanatical devotion, is a prisoner of pain. Their flesh is a tapestry of wounds, their every movement a symphony of suffering.
So under 40k terms, it's more of a penitent engine, but compared to 40k penitent engines where you have a criminal trying to being a penitent, here you have devotees proving or trying to basically prove their faith through pain. Amazing.
Yet, there is a disturbing ecstasy in their eyes, a perverse joy in this constant torment.
Can someone please put it down in the comments? What's the name of that chemical your brain releases every time you feel pain? It's definitely the same reason why people get into BDSM, for that brain chemical every time they feel pain.
They believe that through this agony, they draw closer to their God, mirroring his sacrifice in their own broken bodies. Each anchorite is a reliquary of suffering, a testament to the grim faith of the pilgrim sects. They are festooned with the relics of forgotten saints, the bones of martyrs, and the tattered remnants of prayers whispered in the face of unspeakable horror.
Can someone please put it down in the comments how many existing saints we have right now IRL? Because as far as the news goes, I think the Vatican just canonized its first millennial saint. I forgot the name of the dude, okay? But can someone please put it down in the comments? But we now have a millennial saint as far as I know.
Horrors. These are not holy decorations, but desperate pleas for salvation. A macabre attempt to ward off the darkness that gnaws at the edges of reality. The first Anchorites were born in blood and fire within the fortress monastery of Velerad in Greater Moravia. It is said that hundreds of these iron behemoths were crafted under the guidance of Saint Methodius himself, a man driven by fanatical vision.
So there's a Saint Methodius. Well, I'm guessing there's no shortage of volunteers in this grim dark universe, but again, driven.
But this sacred
by
knowledge
fanaticism.
was not meant to last. The fortress fell to the insidious infiltration of the demon Marcosius and his death commandos. The secrets of their creation were consumed by hellfire, leaving behind only legends and twisted echoes.
So just like the 40k Titans, just like the story of the Mechanicus, I'm guessing the secrets of their creation are lost to history forever. Do we have the same story here? Someone please put it down in the comments. Because I promise I will finally accept that invitation for a game demo. I'm sorry you guys. It's just that it's been a cavalcade of events left and right. Not to mention a family member was recently hospitalized. Okay.
Later, in the nightmarish foundries of New Antioch, a debased attempt was made to replicate the Anchorites' power.
Yeah.
The result was the machine armor, smaller, more agile,
Okay.
but lacking the terrifying grandeur and the sheer, unholy presence of the originals.
Alright, so they were able to replicate it, although not as big or not as grand as before.
Pilgrim processions, however, driven by their masochistic faith, have no use for such jalky imitations. They cling to their Anchorites, embracing the suffering and the power they represent. Once entombed within these iron cathedrals, the pilot becomes a living sacrifice, their existence a slow, agonizing prayer. They never leave. Food and water are administered through tubes, their waste collected and offered as a perverse tribute to their god. When death finally claims them, their remains are not mourned, but venerated. Their bones are enshrined, their flesh preserved.
So, sainthood after death. I mean, at least the perverse equivalent of attaining sainthood after death.
And their skulls mounted upon the Anchorite, transforming it into a walking sepulchre, a testament to the endless war against the forces.
So, wait, what was the name of that thing in France, that burial site under Paris, France? I mean, this whole thing would be loaded by skulls then.
Of darkness. In battle, the Anchorites are instruments of divine destruction. They wield weapons of terrifying power, tearing through the ranks of the unfaithful with relentless fury. But their most horrifying weapon is their very essence. Trench pilgrims and stigmatic nuns, in a frenzy of religious fervor, offer themselves to the Catherine wheel. Their broken bodies lashed.
Alright, the Catherine wheel. We now know what this thing's called. I mean, IRL, it's called the breaking wheel or the breaking wheel. Can someone please put it down in the comments? So they call this the Catherine wheel.
To the spinning blades become a gruesome offering, a testament to their willingness to suffer for their sins, and a desperate plea for divine favor. The church may condemn this practice, but to the pilgrims, it is the ultimate act of devotion. They flock to the Anchorites on the eve of battle, praying for the honor of becoming a martyr. their agony a sacrifice to appease a wrathful god.
I mean, IRL, we've documented penitence before, especially during Holy Week. My only advice is to keep your mouth shut when you're taking photographs, because blood flying everywhere. You're gonna have to get yourself tested for hepatitis or something afterwards, right?
This Anchorite, a member of the cavalcade of the 10th plague, carries this gruesome tradition into battle. They adorn themselves with the blood of innocence, a desperate attempt to ward off divine retribution. Their faith is a twist.
Wait. Why are they afraid of divine retribution? I mean, whose retribution are they afraid of? Why would it be divine retribution? I mean, I know this is a grim dark universe. There are no good guys here. But why are they afraid of divine retribution? Because they're on the side of the good guys. But why would they be afraid of divine retribution, meaning the good guys? What did they do? Comments, please. Holy shit.
Thing, a blend of ecstasy and agony, of devotion and madness.
Devotion.
The Anchorites are their gods, their tormentors, and their only hope in a world consumed by darkness.
Thank you for watching, guys. So if you want me to check out other stories here on YouTube, please let me know in the comments. We upload on the weekends, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Also, check out our Twitch channel where you can watch me do this live. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do the whole notification button thing to help me out with the algo, and class dismissed.